Hey, collective. Today I'm just meditating. I'm working, meditating, just doing some stuff. But um, I really feel called to talk about this. And it's understanding why you need to become whole and why you shouldn't be one. Um, and when we say that we all are one, we understand that means we come from one source. We come from the source. We all come from the divine mother. We wouldn't be here without the divine mother. The divine father as well. Divine father acts as time, which happens inside mother, which is why we are inside earth, inside of space. You know what I mean? um we are not on space, we're not on earth, we're in it. There's multiple layers of earth, above and below. You have the seven heavens, seven hells, center earth, however you want to, you got the tree of life. Look at it. There's layers, you know? And that's this whole thing of when you want to become one. And yes, it's one thing to think and say, oh, but being one's good because when you're one, you understand that there's no differences. Yes, but your ego is involved fully when you are one, which is why some days you have good days and bad days. You're split because you're one. You simply cannot be two because you're one. So you then have to use all of your energy to convert from one state to another instead of being whole. Now, when I say being whole, that doesn't mean you're two. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you're whole. Whole is three. Holy, the holy trinity is why it's there. Holy, whole, HOLE. I mean HOLY, excuse me, and then HOLE, holy, or HOLEY, however you want to say it. Holy, you're full, you're whole, you're together, together. Your right and your left are together to gather information from the divine. That's what we're doing here. Is we're remembering or rediscovering, better yet, why we came down here. And yes, we have all these side quests of, oh, I'm here to save people from themselves, or I'm fighting the war. I'm here to experience getting attacked by black magic, or I'm here to experience what life's supposed to be. You know what I mean? You have all these side missions, but what are you here to do? To become whole. Because you're the only thing. Everything comes from you. All of your ideologies, all of your thoughts come from you. Everything comes from you. Now, yes, this does mean that those thoughts that are projected from other people are now your thoughts. Not because you're ignoring that that other person is another person and the other person's you, of course not. But it's because you've allowed that person to define who you are and it's stuck with you. Now, I say it bluntly like this for reasons. One, to tell you what's really going on. Yes, it's not your fault that you're well, it's hard to admit that it's your fault when you're first getting into it, when you're first understanding that other people's projections, when they stay on you, they're only on you because you agree with them. It's hard to get that. But you also have to remember, and this is the whole thing about why you can't be one, because when you're one, you only think that way. When you're whole, you understand that because of that, you understand that it's not just their projections, it's everyone's projections. And the fact that it's gone on for a long time. It's not something that happened once and then it would just never happen again. No, it might have happened repeatedly. It might have happened multiple times. It's not something that's um taught how to get over because it's constantly plunged on a lot of us that you're this way and you're that way, despite us looking at other people's in the other way. And this is what happens when you are one and not whole. You see, because you see the world and in this view of I hope the mic's still good. I'm holding it in my hand today. But you end up seeing the world from like a oh I'm good and then everyone else is bad. So that means I have to find more good people like me. No. See, you don't have to find anyone else like you because you have you. You just aren't realizing who you are because of the surroundings. It's because of the projections around you. Okay, that just ended randomly. Sorry, my meditation music just like cut off for no reason. Oh, because the internet cut off. Cool. Anyway, they don't want me getting these messages out of all. They want me to just listen to their weird projections and shit. But regardless, it's super important to know that it's not your fault until you accept it. And that's the kicker. And that's what it happens when you're one. When you're one, you have this stagnancy of feeling in between. And it's because you have put yourself in between. When you act as one, when you fully believe that you are only one, um, and you think that you are the I, the letter I. Do I even have? I don't even have a pen. But the letter I, the straight line with the little stick figure head. Yeah, that's the representation of you. That's what they want you to think you are. That's what the people who want the 1% want you to think you are. I'll leave it like that for y'all. That's what the 1% want you to think is that you're that. You're alone. You're on this island. Well, alone means not one. A lone. Any word in the English language, look it up. I don't care. Everything that begins with A means not. Everything. Learn English. You don't know English, do you? Because if you don't, you'll say that that's not true. And I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you facts. You can look it up, you can research it. Let your ego say whatever you want what to say. I'm telling you straight truth and facts that people don't want to hear because they've been taught lies their whole life and they're too lazy to change it. Well, for the ones that aren't lazy to change it, look it up. Seriously, it'll blow your mind. And for a good example, the word R. The reason we use the word ARE is A means not, RE is the prefix for again, not again. Are you going? You know, you didn't go first, so are you going to go now? I'm asking you A again. I'm asking you again. The definition of again means, to continue, but A and gain means not gained. You have to continue to gain because you have not gained it. Understand this. This is how the languages work. People thought this way back then. This is how the language was invented. Do you see how stupid we've become? I'm not trying to be mean, but do you see how dumbed down humans have become? We don't think like that anymore. Humans don't think like that. The goddesses and gods of this realm, the nine ether beings, six ether beings, whoever, don't think like that. Guess who thinks like that? The one percenters. Crazy, right? The ones that actually are doing things in this life are thinking this way. And you want to know why they think this way? Because they want the power. They understand the power. And you give your power freely away. And giving your power away is simply can happen with ignorance as well. And the awakening of Christ consciousness isn't people, praising a statue of God, which is a false idol. Did God not say, do not praise any statues of anyone? If you're going to be Christian, I'm going to say that right now. If you're Christian and you praise in a statue of Jesus, that's a false idol because you're praising a statue. Dropping the mic there because a lot of people aren't ready for that one. A lot of people are not ready for that one. That one's a hard truth to swallow. So I'm going to drop that. I'm going to back up from that one for a little bit. But seriously, it's in the Bible. You should read it. If you're in it, if you're into it, that is. But regardless, it's it's important to know that when you're whole, you no longer have to worry about. I'm sorry for that whole like gap there. Spirit just takes me off sometimes like that. It's fun over here. Um, but remembering that, and just remembering that when you're whole, you don't experience um what people would consider good or bad days. They would simply just be days. Um because there would be no need to define anything unless you're trying to single it out, which is why you don't want to become whole. I mean, no, that shit. Clear it. Clear it. That's why you don't want to become one. Excuse they want me to do. I don't want me to get this shit out. I'm trying to get this music back from playing. It's going. Hey, welcome back in, music. Thank you. Okay, we're good. The second it cuts out, man. I love it. They can't do shit. That's why you don't want to become one. They want to single you out. They want to make you feel alone, like you're singled and that you're weak and that you're going to be pointed out for all your mistakes for the rest of your life. And that thing you did in fifth grade, everyone remembers that your pants fell down at the talent show. And that's going to be something that's going to drain you of your power for the rest of your life because it's going to keep you from getting up on stage and giving that speech that could save someone's life. It's that serious. It's that deep. People don't want to think of it that way because it's scary. But that fear isn't fear. And here it goes. Dude, I'm not even joking. Anyway, and that fear is not fear. And that fear is the energy that you have prayed and asked for to be able to push forward and do what you need to do. Um, so allow yourself to experience it, to experience that grace that you've been wanting others to give you, but it's because you haven't given it yourself. We are all whole. Together we are one, right? All of us together, we come from one source, the divine mother, as always said. But you have to become whole. The divine feminine, divine masculine. You have to become whole. Um, and first, and you'll even see it. And I really hate to point it out this way, but I mean it's the truth. The ones that are, you know, chosen, the ones that have these very high, like very, very spiritual relationships that are like magnifying, it's because they became whole before they even met. It's because they knew who they were before they even had the other person. They're not draining each other of energy because of a lack of knowing who they are. They know who they are and they combine their energies together to create third. Because when two come together, they don't make one, they make three. When I talk, you listen, and you understand, and you're listening to what I'm saying, and I'm speaking, and that connection's there because of that third, the invisible force, the divine. Understand that. That's what they don't want you to focus on. That nurturing knowledge, that water from the divine, the breaking of the waters, being birthed from the depths of water up to shore, the moon card on tarot, whatever you want to say it. It's because it's the feminine, it's the divine. It's what's always been there, but what's been ignored. And you can see that in reality. Look at what reality is doing. When you look at relationships, do you see like a healthy man and a healthy woman like as main like figures? Like who do you see? Like I see cheating. I see fucking people cheating on each other, dude. I don't see happy relationships. I mean, I do, of course I do. But I don't see happiness when it's rushed. I don't see benefit. I just see two people who are afraid to be alone because they aren't aware that they're not alone. And instead of going down the journey that they need to do of self discovery, finding out that they're not one and they're definitely not two, but they are completely three, which is what yin yang says. It is not a symbol of duality. There are three circles. It is a symbol of who you are. Within the masculine, there is a feminine aspect. Within your thoughts can bear very good wisdom. In your heart, the divine, your heart can produce solid action. But you know what holds that together? The camera's up there. You. Sorry, I was trying to point at the camera. No, but you. It's you. You are the circle that holds those two elements together. Without those two, without you, those elements wouldn't be there. You can definitely have one of them without the other, though. And you can definitely focus on one of them. And you can definitely focus on the love and light and then see that black spot and be like, oh, that's horrible and scary and icky. Or you could look at the dark side and be like, oh, there's light over there. Ah. It's all in you together. It's supposed to be that way. So why are you scared? It's dab smack in the middle for a reason, to get you aware of how important it is because it's you, it's the center. Now, it's again, it's nothing wrong to here become one, but understand that it means whole. But if you do not understand that it means whole, I would highly suggest you just saying become whole. Regardless, I want to push for that to be how it is. We, as if we want to raise the vibration of the earth, we must change everything. And what else is the best way to change vibration than with the one thing that vibration uses the most? Our voice, air, Aquarius, man of knowledge, Sophia. Think of it. Seriously, look at it. What is the best way to raise the vibration other than to speak what the high vibration is? And it's hard because let me tell you, when you think that you've hit a high vibration, you hit a comfort zone, which is what I see a lot of people doing, which is fine. Do what you got to do. I'm not judging. I'm an observer. I just observe. There's nothing wrong with that. And if you don't want to be observed, I don't know what to tell you. Like, don't reincarnate next lifetime because I'll probably be back sometime. I don't know. But I'm just joking with you. You know how it is. We joke over here. But it's serious though. We have to have fun. It's a duality. It's a bipolar. It's bipolar. It's two poles, north and south, up and down. You can look at it however you want, but it's not polarized. The reason why this world's fucked up is because you're trying to polarize things. You're trying to make it one-sided. It's this way, not that way. No, it's actually both ways, and you're just ignorant and not wanting to do the other way because you have views that prevent you from seeing your full power. Which is why I tell people all the time, tap into the dark. Oh, that's evil and bad. Well, who told you that? Oh, well, someone else did. Okay, well, I'm telling you from someone who's done the work on the dark. Well, you have like I don't know, like you can't really be spiritual if you're not going to look at the dark side. And if you're a dark spiritualist, you can't be a dark spiritualist without looking at the light side either. Like, get real with yourself. But being scared. You came here to do this, so why are you being scared of doing it? It's the experience. It's the energy. It's now that I'm actually consciously aware of what's going on instead of just feeling it. It's scary because I no longer just have to see what it does to me internally. I see what it does to me externally. And not only to me, but to other reflections of me. And I get to see how my own reality is fucking up not only the way the world's ran, but the way the entire universe is ran because we're all dreaming the exact same thing because it's all consciousness. So wake up and start using more lively words rather than cutting corners. You know what I mean? Because where does cutting corners get you? Not the full picture. Not tell you that. It cuts out the coordinates. Um, but really, it's really seeing the full picture and getting down and understanding that if you are scared of one side, why? Is it because you're afraid of what someone reflected to you of who you are? Because you really are that nasty down deep down and you just don't want to expose it? And you might say, I'm not that nasty. I've never done any of those actions. Well, have you ever had a thought like that before? Doesn't even matter if it's for a millisecond. You had it. That's your thought. That's your energy that you put into it. Holding my hands up, just telling you the truth. It's going to help you heal. If you don't like it, then I'm sorry. Go back to someone who's going to spread a bunch of lies over you and please your ego because you'll be right back down on this earth doing it again. I'm telling you. You really want to free yourself. You really want to see the higher vibration of life. Understand these things. You're whole. You must become whole. And it's not just and it's understanding that when you're whole, you're not whole because you just disagree with one side. You're whole because you understand that you wouldn't have your life if that opposing force didn't exist. When you're single, when you feel one, and this is a good way to know if you are in dirt dealing with like a weird singularity bullshit, which is made by the 3D. If anyone's teaching you singularity, leave them. They're full of bullshit and stuck in a matrix. I gotta get real, y'all. We gotta wake up. I'm tired. I'm tired of people spreading weird shit like that. Stop spreading singularity. That is a man-made construct to get you to be fearful. Quit. It. They playing on your own fear because you know deep down inside that you are the only one on this earth. That's the only thing singularity is trying to do. Oh, it's all down to you. And no, bitch, it's down to you and every reflection of you because you came down here as a fucking fractal. Understand that you're a fractal. There's infinite possibilities. Time isn't linear. It's the butterfly effect. It's chaos theory. Look these things up. It's physics. It's biology, dude. It's in our face the whole time, but we're so afraid of admitting it. And it's because we're afraid of being what we would deem alone or singled out by projecting what makes us whole. And a good way to look at this is me speaking this. Even look at my videos. If you even talk, look at your videos like this too. You speak on something, right? And it makes you feel good and whole, right? But then when you do that, there is some unwanted comments. I'll leave them like that, or unwanted attention from certain individuals that you look at. When you receive those and you fully understand that those are not attacks on you and that those are just projections from yourself that need to exist. And the only reason that they need to exist is because there's something in your brain that's telling you that if you're not met with some sort of opposing force, then you're not succeeding. Once you realize that and you can solve that issue, you'll be whole. But until then, you'll be single because you're relying on an external value to prove to you that something's there. And this is all subconscious, by the way. That's why my channel is called Sublunar Intuition. Not many people think like me. Well, when you listen, when I tell you that I am a mystic, a very high level mystic, and I'm here to save the world, and I'm here to cut the bullshit, and I'm not here to be a smartass and be ignorant and act like I'm better than anyone, I mean it. I'm not here to fucking play games. I'm here to get the truth out. And when I tell you these things that no one else thinks about, and it irks you and it makes you feel weird, it's because I'm the one person that's trying to wake you the fuck up. Everyone else is just trying to keep you in a weird loophole of, oh well, this is gonna fall out of the sky, and there's gonna be a bird that delivers you a baby. Child, let me tell you, if only you fucking knew that you were that bird and that fucking baby at the same time that was being delivered to you, but you would understand. But until then, you're gonna be lost, and it's okay. Because listen, it took me years to figure this shit out. I might be 24, but I spent my whole life, from 7 years up till now, digging deep on who the fuck I am. I didn't have a childhood. I don't have friends. I don't got much. I got like maybe 3 friends, for sheer dead ass. The rest of them just don't fuck with me because I'm deep in it. I don't play around with my shit. I don't like the mundane. The mundane has to be accepted though, you know. So it's not like the fact that I hate the mundane. I just don't like staying around in the mundane. But I understand the importance of it, you know. And it is part of my journey as well as understanding that not everyone's going to be at my level of understanding, and that I have to not dumb myself down, but be understanding of the mundane and not be um aggressive, personally aggressive, I should say, towards what I speak, because there's a difference from those who know what I speak of, and those who are learning it. But it is a path that all of us go on, and even no matter how long or short it's looked upon, everyone goes over it. This could even be you. Why did I steal that one toy? Oh, I stole that toy because I was with Jacob, and I thought it would make me look really cool if I stole the toy from Jacob. Like, that's this thought process that I'm on. It's just using it. It's the context clues that we were taught how to use. It's all these things that we're taught how to use, but then we go to life and we're so stressed out. But we're stressed out because we don't understand, and we don't understand because we depend on someone else to teach us. We need a teacher, right? But in actuality, you're the student and the teacher. You don't need anyone to teach you these things that I'm telling you. If you simply let loose of the control over the external and how you want things to be, you'll really see these things. The past 3 years of my life have been nothing but a spiritual experience. When I was kicked out of my home, and literally given 7 days to find someone, to find somewhere to live. No, by the way, I have pedal seizures. I can't drive yet. We're solving them. I'm doing a lot of shit to fix that, by the way. I'm doing a lot because I've realized a lot about what those pedal seizures are. um, a lot, a lot. So I'm tapping back into that and I'm fixing the dissociation part of that to better regulate it. So I'm doing my shit by myself. I've gone to doctors. They put me on fentanyl when I was 15. And and That's why I don't go to doctors no more. That's why I don't go to doctors no more. Why are you giving a 15-year-old fentanyl for seizures? Like, what the fuck? I was like, nah, they're trying to kill me. So now I don't got stomach lining. I got all these issues. I don't have a gallbladder, and that messes with my that messes with my solar plexus chakra a little bit, you know. So we're a little wacky over here, but we learn lessons. Listen, we're all under construct. It's okay, but it's really thinking in these ways that loosens us up, and it's genuinely why I can talk about my past and not be upset. It's because I'm whole. I'm okay with it. Without those past 3 years, without me being locked in a basement and starved for 3 months, no food, barely any water for 3 months. I'm not joking. I survived off purely sunlight and meditation. I have pictures from when I was back there. I look fucking awful. Some of you might even remember, some of you might have even thought I looked like I'm just now gaining back my chunk, like a little bit of it. Some of you might even notice on my early videos how like malnourished I look. It's because I was still recovering from that. So yeah, I'm a fucking warrior. I'm not here to fuck about my mission. I've been people tried to kill me like 3 times. I've died twice when I was young, and then that starving incident. You know, fuck black magic. What the fuck black magic gonna do? You're gonna attack me spiritually? If I can't get killed by something on the physical, you better fucking back up when it comes spiritually. All right, know yourself. And I don't mean to test me. Don't fucking test the divine. All right, we all protected out here on some degree or some other. So just get rid with it. Let your ego out the window. Chill. You're not special like that. Calm down. Okay. I've met plenty of people like that. We gotta tell them how it is sometimes. But when I had that, I met someone like randomly like a month before, and I was like, "Hey, look, I'm getting kicked out. Like, can we move in?" I did that. I went through that. It ended awfully. I got hexed at the end of it because I wanted to move in with friends from high school, and then those friends from high school ended up starving me for 3 months, locking me in a basement because I told someone to be a better friend. Now I've had to grow. Listen, I held a grudge on that for a second because I being almost killed for telling someone to be a better friend. Listen, dude, I don't know if anyone has gone through that exact scenario before of just telling someone, "Hey, you should just be a better person and stop being an asshole to me," and then being starved for 3 months. I don't know if anyone's been through that before, but that changes you. Let me tell you something. That I had 3 choices. I had a choice to get rid of myself, pop it, click it in the basement, just let my body rot down there, or to go psycho and the other way, or the third option was to go spiritual. I went spiritual. I said, fuck it. Because around the time when the door was locked, I started getting a bunch of tarot readings. And now it's like, I don't know if people think I have like a bad opinion of tarot. I don't. I just like educating people on stuff. Especially because tarot was my introductory and my saving point where the divine really talked to me. As well as when I was being starved, I was also learning tarot at that time. So really, I went and chose my spiritual awakening. About like a year. Well, not my first. One of my many. I had my first when I was 7. I opened my third eye in Florida, and that was fucking bizarre. Immediately after I did that, my parents were acting weird, so I didn't know what the fuck was going on. But now I know. They knew something was up, but it was funny. Life is interesting, let me tell you. I'll have to do my life story over sometime again because it really is an interesting story. I don't I don't know, man. Life is fucked up, but in like a very beautiful way. But one of my friends, who stuck with me forever, like they're just now tapping into spirituality, and it's kind of just because I don't know why, like fully. Well, I mean, I know why. I'm not going to delve into the story, but like I've kind of given them proof of like this stuff is real, and it's just my entire life. Like they've been friends with me forever. This is like my longest friend, and I don't keep contact that much. We talk sometimes. It's on and off. We're music friends, but we've been friends for like I think 8, 9 ish years. It's been a long friendship. Um, but yeah, he I just, I tell him how it is. Like he's seen what I've gone through for the past 3 years. And it's been rough, but It's a story that really that really powers people up, and I'm glad that I'm able to be here alive, not even alive, but here living, I should say, truly, um, to even tell it because fuck, not many people make it out of shit that I've made it through, and you got to keep it real. You got to keep it real. Like I'm about to cry, so I had to tone down a little bit. My apologies, but we got to keep it real. But always just remember that you're whole, and that if you ever feel like something is bad, whenever you start to rationalize things to one degree, and this is going to be awful and this is horrible, you need to realize at that moment, please try to remember at that moment that it is not who you are. That is the projection. That is the polarity. That is the darkness. When you start focusing on one side, you're blinded. You're in the dark. Understand that. That's why God resides in the dark. Because when you sit in the dark long enough, when you sit in solitude long enough, you get the call. Because it's not a call, and you're gonna think, oh, it's a call from the devil. No, a call from the devil would be a call externally. This call is an internal call. This call will allow you to truly see who you are. And it has nothing to do with flesh. It has nothing to do with the physical. It has nothing to do with your past, present, future. It has to do with who you are. The the full understanding that you are the divine's child and that this matrix is fully ran and manipulated to scare you into lack consciousness, to keep you single, to keep you in this energy of looking out the window a lot and saying, I could be just like them, but I'm not. But I don't know how to do that. But you do, because you can be like them, because you are them, because you're whole. When you see another person, and this is what I need to tell you right now. Seriously, listen up. Seriously, I'm dead ass. Open your ears, clean them out, open them. When you see someone else doing something that you love, and they're doing it, and it brings you that emotion, that feeling of joy, that wow, holy shit, they've made it, and that gives me hope that I can make it too. Understand that that moment, that hope you feel is you whole. That's you becoming whole. Okay, that took me a while to understand. The that feeling is transmuted into jealousy, into envy, into lust, into greed, but it's really the energy of wholeness. And it's showing you that you desire that. And it's not bad to have desires. We're here, the divine wants to give us what we want here. Of course, that's why we're here. But if we don't have ourselves, then we don't have anything that we need. I really wish that the internet would work. It's probably the hurricane. I'm not gonna lie. We're not getting that much of it, but the internet's just been fucking wacky. And I really just don't think that people want me talking about this stuff anyway. It's been weird. I don't like um, if y'all knew what the type of shit that I'm about to be busting open on y'all here soon. Yeah. You'd understand. They don't want me recording shit on my laptop. It makes it too easy. They want me going on my phone and doing all this shit so they can look at my phone. No, no, no. We're going on my laptop and we're doing this shit for real. Okay. I don't even care if I have to do videos. I don't even care if I don't live stream anymore. I'm gonna get this information out for y'all. I'm serious. Because it's needed. And we gotta take it serious. And this is gonna be one of the last times I feel like I'm gonna be talking about becoming home, about becoming about understanding what unity really means, what it means to really unite, and how uniting is to untie. To unite is to untie. Anyway, we'll get into word magic, wordplay. Understand what you're saying. I'm gonna be the. I swear to God, I'm gonna grow up and be that one person living in the mountains. I'm gonna be that one shaman living in the mountains, and someone's gonna come up and say the wrong word. I'm gonna bop them over the head with my shillelagh and be like, "No, don't use that word." You know what I'm talking about? No. Oh God. No, but really. Um allow yourself to have fun, man. Like that's the whole thing. When you're solo, when you feel singled out, you don't have fun. That's why you see people who are by themselves on the physical have so much fun and they have that joy, that smile. It's because they know they're not alone. And let me tell you, I had to almost die. Now, here's the thing. So, with the first time I almost died, I was like 3, 4 months old. Before it caused my adoption, basically. I wasn't conscious at the time. I don't remember it, but it's like body trauma that I had to heal. You could not touch me. Yeah, I was at a point where you couldn't touch me, not even if it was like a pat on the shoulder. I would flip out and cry. I would jump, like it was bad. I had to heal from that. I was really traumatized by that. It was horrible. But the second time I was 7 and I was I was being silly. I was leaning on a basketball goal. It was one of those plastic ones, that you put water in the base of. And I was leaning on it, and I leaned all the way back, right? And it didn't fall. And I said, "Hey dad, watch this." Guess what happened, but I said, "Hey dad, watch this." No, but for real, you can probably still see it a little bit. Yeah, it's right there. You can kind of see the dent. You can kind of see it. It's there. The dent's there. Yeah, you can see it. It's like right. It's literally like right on my third eye. I hit a rock. It was a triangular like sharp rock, and my fucking split my head wide open, dude. I woke up. I like blacked out. I woke up in my dad's truck. I looked up at him, and he said, "Oh, thank God." And I just went. And the last thing I heard was my name, and I had a whole vision. And I was in front of a council. It was pretty interesting. And then I watched my soul go back into my body. You know, and then it was all good. But it I don't but it shouldn't take you to almost die. It shouldn't take you to be hurt to these extreme degrees to really know who you are. But sometimes our soul really needs to experience it. And that's why we need to figure out who we are. Who are you? Why have you gone through so much stuff that other people haven't gone through? Why does no one relate to you? It's not because you're alone. It's not because you're singled out and something's wrong with you. Baby, it's because you aren't part of them. And you only feel like you're by yourself because you're by people that don't even fucking like you. They don't even resonate with you. They're not at your vibration. They're not on your level. Actually and literally, they're not on your level. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, doesn't matter. They're not there. They're not ready yet. And yes, we want to help people. And yes, we want to help people grow. And it's like, if I can do it, you can too. Yeah, well, sometimes you got to be the one to do it by yourself and let those fucking people sit and cry. And that's gonna how it's gonna have to be for some people. And I hate to say it that way, but listen, a lot of people play these games where oh, you'll get them next time, or oh, we care, we're rooting for you, and all they want is for you to just crawl back to them. And in this spiritual season, especially now, it's time to leave those people behind because it's like, you want to see where I'm about, you want to see your fear come to life, baby? Well, watch it, because I'm fucking scared too. But I'm gonna make these steps. I'm gonna beat you to it. Not that it's a race, but you're gonna take it like I'm beating you to it. And I'm gonna let it be that way because I'm whole. And I understand why I'm doing it, and I can understand why you're doing it, you know? But just understand that. Don't allow others to really control you and understand that these projections that other people put on you aren't you. They're not, well, let me say it this way. When people say something about you, yes, it resonates with a part of you, which is why you get that feeling, that agitation, it hits the ego. But understand that it's a projection from them as well. They see that aspect of themselves in you, but the way to make themselves feel better about it is to drag you to their level. So understand that when someone says something like, "Oh, you're just like them," and meh, 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 good. I'm just like them because I'm doing something that irritates you because you are the problem because you want to point it out. If there's not a problem, you wouldn't be pointing it out. If the problem's there, it's because of you, right? Now, the problem. A lot of the times it's just ignorance, not knowing, being uneducated, the lack of knowledge, which is fine. A lot of people don't know things. A lot of people don't know how to research things. A lot of people still look up definitions. Go for origins or etymology. When you're looking up words, go to origins and etymology. Do not look up definitions. Those definitions are created by fucking everyone every damn day. You can say the word blue, and someone would think it's indigo just by the way they define it. Let me get real with y'all. No, but for real, I really just wanted to talk about this because it needs to be talked about. It needs to be acknowledged. It needs to be seen. Um, and it basically, and it's just because really and wholly and truly, not a lot of people think this way. And it's not saying more people need to. No, no, listen. High mysticism are for those that can handle it. But it's important to understand the whys because we question things all the time. And these questions that leave us unanswered cause stagnant energy in our life. And as one person that's understood how that happens, I want to be someone to help. That's why I want to educate y'all on these things. It's why I do what I do. I don't just read tarot. I'm not listen, I don't just do tarot. I don't just do second healing. I don't just do prayer work. I don't just do hoodoo. I don't just do candle magic. I don't do just all this shit. I'm a healer, dude. I'm here to heal you. Not just your brain, not just your mental field, not just your physical field, not your emotional field, not just your spiritual field. I'm here to heal you, to bring you whole because you've been ripped in half and you need to be bandaged back together. And you know what's been ripped from you? Your feelings. So it's been ripped from everyone. Toxic masculinity is not just something for men. Baby, we all got men and women inside of us. We are whole. You cannot have man without woman. Even a man has nipples. Bro, let's get real with it. Okay? What come on. We're whole. When you understand that the feminine aspect of everyone is the heart, is the nurturing, is the caregiver, and the masculine of all is the thought, the action, the mind, you'll understand. Because there are some women who can have some toxic masculinity in them. Let me fucking tell you. And there's some men that can be some catty ass little wham-whams too. Let's get clear and get real. Not pointing fingers at no one. Let's get real, okay? Because we're all guilty of it. Okay, let me have fun. Have fun with it. Don't let these yeah. Listen, I just laugh it off. Have fun. It's whatever. Just have fun. Laugh it off. Seriously. But it's true. We all have those sides. And understanding to stop singling it out on one person. Oh, it's the man's fault. Yeah, well, guess what? Well, it's the womb man's fault too, baby. Because womb man, you're a man too. You got man in what you called. So get real. It's the man's problem. It's the way you're thinking. It's the woman's problem. It's the way you're feeling. I understand it. And it's not the way that you're feeling, it's the way that the emotions are coming. Because once your feelings go to thoughts, your thought makes it an emotion because it takes that energy and pushes it to something that you're going to do on the physical. That's what it is. It's a chain reaction, baby. That's all life is. It's a constant chain reaction. That's why things randomly happen. That's why things happen that you don't see. We have ghost fires. That's why that's the pyre. Invisible flames is the flame inside you, dude. That it's on the external, it's on the internal. Seriously, take a deeper look at things. And it doesn't even need to be like a mind boggling, like rewriting everything immediately, but just really look at things differently. When you really want to become whole, when you really want to heal the dark side of you, when you want to heal whatever opposite side, you must first indulge in it. And baby, that's why a lot of us were put through the fucking ringer and put through the test. And it wasn't to see like, oh, look how nice you are. No, you don't want to be nice. That being nice is what got you there. You're a good person. You you nice on occasion, but you a good person. You're not gonna bend your back for everyone because you know that not everyone deserves it. But you also know that not that you're that doesn't mean to just turn a cold shoulder. You're gonna be there to help. Reach the arm out, and if they try to if they bite the hand once it's extended, I guess shit, yeah, you're not taking it. I guess you're lost. lost your ticket. You know, that's really how it is. You have to have this childlike mentality if you want to really make it through life easier. Really be in the mindset of everyone is just like me, scared. And if I can just prove to someone else that it's not that bad and that taking these steps is possible and that these leaps in lives aren't to hinder you but to help you grow, and I can really show someone that, I can really allow them to embody what that is, then why can't I do that for myself? What are you missing from yourself, you know? But again, it's really just growing and healing, and always, this channel is always just about talking about stuff that's on the subconscious and just talking about deep shit and really getting down to healing and stuff. But really, it's just important to remember these things and remember that you're not um by yourself. You're just singling yourself out almost on purpose because you need an external value to show you how much you've grown. Um, but that is the message for y'all that I've had today. If you are wanting, any bracelets, you can hit up Otter Spirit. I'm partnered with them, and you can get a bracelet. You can check out their site if you want. It doesn't really matter. They have really cool bracelets. They're high quality. They're really good. I enjoy having them. They're like the AAA, AA gemstones. They're really good actually. I'm not even gonna lie. They come with like info cards too. Oh, I dropped one. But yeah, they come with like info cards and stuff and tell you about all this stuff. They got all sorts of things. Um, they have like zodiacs, intentional bracelets, all sorts of stuff. They got pearls now too, which are interesting. But regardless, if you want that, you can go for it. There's links in the description. That's just for those who want it. I'm not. I mean, I wouldn't force anything on anyone. You know that, right? So anyway, regardless, um, if you want a reading or any other service I offer, you can hit the order form and the email. Regardless, whatever. Do whatever you please. Do however you want to do. It's totally fine. Live your life the way you wish. But I love each and every one of you, regardless for what you do, because I know that you're trying your best. Even on the days that you feel like you're not and you don't know what to do, you're still trying your best because it's the first time you've been in that energy. And maybe you've been in this energy for a while and you're just figuring it out day by day. That's better than most. Even if you're taking a hiatus from figuring it out, you're healing still because you're allowing yourself that rest. Remember that you're not failing ever. When you stop something, you don't fail it. You're really healing because you're giving yourself that rest, which is hard for people to do in this time. So, regardless, thank you all so much for everything. Your likes, comments, share, subscribe, donations, whether they are energetic or financial, I don't care. Either way, I appreciate both of them, truly and fully holy. But I love you all so much, to the moon and back, tenfold and forever. And I will see you later.